Yeah, that's the one that makes that lamp.
Yeah, it was pretty inexpensive compared to the RRS. Hi, Julie.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Alan,
Hello. Morning, everybody.
I made it.
Excellent. I'm so glad you did because I barely did. And I guess that means black and white.
Well, we can talk about it. I was going to see what everybody treated black and white to
I think that
start
would be
with, and if anybody has any pictures that they want to mess with, I'd like to do that first, of course.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, but I did do the lab edits on that one picture from a couple weeks ago, and it worked out well.
Which kind of edits? I didn't hear you.
Lab,
Good.
Yeah.
I want to take 1 second before we get started to call out and recognize the work that Jeff and he's not here, is he? Mike, yeah, Jeff and Mike have done on the database for the Crystal Art website, or the Crystal Art Google Drive folder anyway. It is absolutely remarkable. If anybody is interested in checking that out, it's in our shared drive, the link of which I'll add in the notes. But their work is absolutely spectacular, and you need to look at it. If you weren't interested in crystals before, you will be now.
Excellent.
Yep, this is episode number 30 of this program. Believe it or not, that's a lot of programs, a lot of hours of work. So I'm going to hand it off to Bud to lead the way, and we're going to talk about black and white photography today. Black and white macro. How interesting.
Is anybody doing black and white? Show of hands.
Yeah, I've done some with crystals.
I've done a bit, yeah.
Well, in the world of diatoms, everything's black and white, of course. I mean, some of them are in color, some of the fresh ones that you get out of pond water and whatnot. But so what I'm going to show you is just some series of films that are not necessarily macro, but I'm going to show you techniques that you might consider. Well, I guess the best way to start is, anybody have a picture or a question about anything Photoshop or post-processing we can address first? All right, then here we go. I'm going to share. Everybody see all of this mess?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what this is just a series of pictures. And what you'll notice is that I selected all the pictures and told it to make virtual copies of every one. So this picture has a virtual copy, and then I converted all the virtual copies to black and white. So now I can go through and look at my whole set, the pictures that I took on a trip, and I can decide which ones might look good in black and white. If I don't like any of them, I can throw them all away. So what I did, they were all selected to start with, of course, when they come up. So every other one that has one of these things was selected. And as I looked through them, I said, well, I wonder if this would make an interesting black and white. And so does everybody understand what I've done?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the virtual copies have all been converted to black and white. You have to convert one, and then you have to, tell it to do them all from that one. So, so as I came through, I said, well, I wonder if this one's any good. And I looked at this picture. The foreground probably don't need. I could probably make some sort of, a long panorama looking with a waterfall, crop the bottom up or something. So if you go into develop, the first thing I do in my workflow is to change the profile. So when you look at the water here at the bottom of the waterfall on the left, and you go from Adobe color to watch what happens to the water when I go to a linear profile. Can you see all the detail that's in there?
Yeah,
So if I go back to Adobe Color, you see it looks blown out, okay? And that was the normal exposure for the camera. So my workflow always starts with this. Look at all the detail you have in there from the linear profile. So it gives you a great starting place. You also have a nice amount of shadow detail. If we go back to the color, you can see that these shadows are really kind of blocked up. But once you go to the more flat looking, can you see all the detail that you can get in there? Okay. And if I change the exposure, you can see that detail. You see how much detail's in that rock?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to the color. And let's do the same thing. We're going to up the exposure. There is detail in there. But you know, by the time you get detailed, you're going to have to fight to save that water up there that has the, you know, the highlights blown. So I just find that it's a lot better place to start because your blacks aren't blocked up, your whites aren't blown. You can take it into Photoshop from here and you have a lot more to work with. Now, the other thing to consider is when you go back, and this one was.
But playing devil's advocate here,
Sure.
if I took that picture, I might drop in a linear gradient from the bottom to brighten up the foreground and a linear gradient from the top to save some of that blown out highlights.
Oh yeah, there's 100 ways you can do it. I'm just showing you another way that you probably haven't tried it, you know?
Okay.
So basically, yeah, I mean, you can go straight in and just make a black and white and go to Photoshop. But I'm going to advocate for not doing that. I'd like to take all that color information I have into Photoshop and convert it to a black and white there because it gives
Okay.
a lot more control. Okay.
Okay.
And so here's the picture. I'm just going to take the original and we're going to imagine this was still the black and white. I can make it black and white, but we know it was black and white just like this one was. I'm going to edit the color version of that as a black and white in Photoshop. So as I edit in Adobe Photoshop 25, and got to move things out of the way, of course, because everything is in the way. Come on. Morning, Bill.
Morning.
I'm going to put you guys up there. I'm going to move this one over here maybe. And now I can get to Photoshop. So here's the color image in Photoshop. And of course, my workflow is the first thing I do is I make a duplicate and turn off the background. This gives me my original if I need to come back in and do something, okay? But this one wasn't converted to the profile. So let me see if I have the other one in here. I think I do. No, I don't. I'm going to do that all over again. I'm going to close this one down because I want that profile. Don't save. Back into Lightroom. I got to develop this because I never changed it to the profile. It's still in Adobe Color. We want the linear profile. And now we can take this and edit in Photoshop. So sorry about that. Back to Photoshop. So here we are in Photoshop with a linear profile applied. And we can see all of our detail, whatever we need. And so, like I say, my workflow starts with making a duplicate, a Command J. I guess that'd be Control J in the PC world. And we have our layer. Now, what do we want to do? We want to convert it to black and white. And there are lots of ways we can do it. We can go down and just choose a black and white filter. That's one way to do it. We can do hue saturation and drop the saturation of everything. That's another way to do it. You can go into LAB and just choose the lightness channel, A lot of people do that. The one that I've drifted toward that gives me the most control is the gradient map. Does anybody use the gradient map? Yes?
Just to play with.
So the gradient map, let's open it up and see what we do with it. So the gradient map is coming up, but it's not black and white. So I'm going to go up to here to basics and choose black to white. And you can see it's way too black. Okay. So when you come down to the gradient map, this is where you do your work. And I'd like you to notice 3 different ways that the cursor, can everybody see the cursor?
Yeah.
So if I come over the thing, it's an eyedropper. If I keep coming down, it's a hand. And if I highlight one of these, you see the little diamond that shows up? So now it's a hand, now it's going to be an arrow, and now it's going to be an eyedropper. The guys that designed it didn't give you a lot of room to move around. So as you pull this slider, you're tone mapping. And if I want, I can highlight this and say, you know, I don't want all that dark black. Maybe I want this shade of gray. And I can click on that shade of gray, which goes into this now square. Okay. So at this point, I can continue to play until I can bring the whites in, but they're going to blow out and the waterfall pretty quickly. But let's bring it in about somewhere like this, because we know we can go back and protect those whites. And what we're doing is just bringing up the midtones to achieve the contrast that we're looking for. Let's bring this one up a little bit, bring this one down a little bit. And you can see that we've got a fairly good mid-range tone. We still got some detail in our shadow. Spam, don't you love it? So anyway, the gradient map is excellent. Now you can do the color on the gradient map. You can take all of these greens, oranges, you can do whatever you want. The gradient map, let's just show you so you'll know how the gradient map works. Oh, goodness. Purples, how about a blue? Let's do a blue. So I could take this blue, and you can see it goes from light blue to dark blue. I can take this, if let's say I want to go to a navy color, I can come over here and say, okay. And so now I've got a navy color, and I can pull this in and darken it down, right? I can change this. Let's change this to something that's real light, maybe somewhere up in here.
Filter in there.
You see what I'm saying? You can do it. And with the hand, I can put in another one of these squares. So if I want a square, say here, I can choose what color I want by using the eyedropper. So let's say I would like, let's go with a lighter color in here. And we're obviously needing to reverse it. I thought there was a reverse button down here, but let's just do it the other way. We'll just take this one and make it dark. But I want more blue. Let's make it somewhere like so. And then we'll make the other end the light end. I have to say, okay, light end. And let's go up into this area. And so then I'm going to pull this one off. And you can see there's our blue to white, pretty much like a cyanotype. I can again change the density, the contrast. I can bring this white in and make the whites whiter until I blow the waterfall. But let's blow the waterfall on purpose. Let's see what we can do here. And let's bring this up just a bit. Don't want that. So we have a monochrome, blue, white. Let's just say that, for instance, that we wanted that. What I can do is I can go in and use the blend diff and protect the highlights, and all of this will come back so I can get the contrast range that I'm looking for using the gradient map, because it's just looking at each pixel and the numbers that the pixel has assigned to it, and you can just map that grayscale anywhere you want. But you can see how troublesome it is to try to keep that arrow where you want it. See how it popped in? Because I have to look at the screen, but if I don't, I can move it up a little bit at a time. I can bring this one in to increase the mid-tone contrast. And then I can go back with the blend if after I accept it and save this. So let's go back to black and white, because that's what we were talking about. So here we are with the black and white. We want it this way. We want this to have kind of a gray tone. And we will use our center slider to get us back to somewhere we want. We're going to blow out the highlights in the waterfall in order to achieve some mid-tone contrast. In this area, maybe we'll give a little bit more of this. Let's give it a little bit more of this. Obviously, a curve is going to be used, but let me show you how this works when we go back.
Before you leave,
Yes. Okay.
go back to that screen.
I'm here.
No, the pop-up.
This one?
What is the drop down for type? It says solid. What are your other options here?
Noise.
Okay, just curious.
No,
That
that's
makes
good.
it weird.
But
It does
can
make it
you-
weird, yeah.
Do those
And-
stop split, by the way?
These things?
Yeah.
No, they won't. But you can add as many as you want. I mean, you can just keep going, and each one of them has a little thing in between it.
Okay.
So you can just, so if you wanted a color, I mean, this one could be red, this one could be blue, green. You can do the rainbow color and assign the colors anywhere you want it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Right.
pull. Yes.
When you're sort of shifting things to sort of just blow out some of the whites, or maybe a natch before, the histogram probably isn't so useful now, is it? Or will it show the clipping that you'd need for that?
Oh, it'll show the clipping when I go back.
I was just wondering about those, when you replace the markers in, I think it's the info panel, isn't it? Or the tab at very least.
Right,
That
right.
gives
You can use
you- Yeah, the RGB, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, what I'm going to show you though is why I prefer to keep color. So here we are back on the screen. We've blown out the black and white. Let's just, for the sake of it, say we want to protect those whites. And so we just move in here till we get the whites back sort of, and we're going to split it. I may have been too aggressive, but you get the idea that I can get most of it back. Or I can go back and change it. So I say, okay, let's cancel this. Let's go back and change it. We go to here. We're back where we were. We say, yeah, let's don't blow out the whites. Let's bring our whites back. You can go back as many times as you want. Okay, so let's stay right there. Now we're back. The whites aren't blown. Let's see if even protecting the whites is worth it. There's detail in there, so let's split it and see. So there's my detail back in this area of water. So how do we use color? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to here and I'm going to go and get me a black and white adjustment layer. And in this black and white adjustment layer, as I change things around, I know there's some green in here. You see, I can play with the green in my black and white picture because I have the gradient map on top and it's looking down to see what changes are happening underneath it. So as you change things around in this black and white filter, you can see how you can move your contrast because I'm using the color information instead of bringing in a grayscale image. Do you see the impact that that could have?
And is this a lot closer to having a physical glass filter if you were doing a proper black and white?
I don't think so, because if you use a red filter, it's a real contrasty. If you use a yellow filter, you know it's going to bring out the foliage, but you can't bring up the water like I just did. You see the reflections in the water I got with the blue light?
Yeah. So this more, if you use the color as you have in the gradient map, you're then altering the red, green, blue values within that color you've chosen. Is that right?
Yeah, right. See the green up there, how the
Excellent.
green foliage toward the top is lightening up? I can lighten it up even more with the yellow. You know, you can get an almost infrared look out of it. Okay. But you can take it one step further. I can put another adjustment layer in there called hue saturation. It is also underneath, and it can also change saturation. So if I wanted to look at, say, the green, because we know it can change, you see how I can also alter it with the hue saturation? You can see the grass changing in the foreground. Let's go to the yellow one and show you that one. So I can play with the yellow using hue saturation. So these two layers in this order, the gradient on top, the black and white next, and the hue below it, give you total control over all of these tonal ranges. And you can see you can go up way with that yellow and blow it out. I can change the hues. And somewhere in there, you'll find something that you're looking for. If I want to play with the blues, we know that that's sky reflection. I mean, I can take that water up as bright as I care to. I can change the darkness or the lightness with it. I can change the hue. Instead of blue, I can make other colors. And I can find out where, you know, the gray dances, right? And so you can imagine that this might be useful in bug photography, crystal photography. I mean, any type of photography you care to.
My art photography last night, bud. Well, I made a mistake, and you just told me where my mistake was, and which is not having the gradient map on the top of the stack.
Yeah, you don't even have to touch the gradient map. You know, if you want black and white or you want to do a sepia tone, you know, you set those two squares to the colors you want. So you'll
Right.
go from a warm brown to a white.
Mhm. Well, I was working on a posterization and I put it in chat.
Okay.
So yeah, it was definitely giving me issues because all of a sudden the whole stack wouldn't talk nice to each other because I didn't have the gradient map was on top, and so
In the world of black and white, the gradient map, in my opinion, is very, very useful because it looks down at these other two adjustment layers and they can work in concert to get different places to light up a little bit more. And it gives you a great place to start. I mean, yeah, you're going to end up with some masking and you're going to dodge and burn here and there, but why not start with something close to what you're looking for and then just fine tune it, you know?
mhm.
Questions? Wow.
Were you going to keep this
No.
photo black and white, or you wanted to bring it back into a color photo
You know,
for your own?
no, let me show you the color just so I can. You know, to me,
10 minutes late.
I don't know. It's okay. It's not wonderful. I mean, I could work on it and bring it around, but to me, the black and white, especially if I crop it, you know, the bottom down into this area, I don't think the rock is very helpful. You know, I can create an elongated, almost a panoramic look at this area, bring out details in the rocks, you know, and to me,
Bud,
yes.
that order of the layers, I'm just trying to get my head around it, because instinctively with what I've learned about the layers, I'd be thinking that you'd be wanting to affect the gradient layer, yeah. But I think I must be mistaken with that. So
No, the gradient layer is what you're feeding. It looks down at all the other layers. So whatever you change here, this is going to reinterpret, and that's what you see as your image.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I
actually,
turn this
shut
off,
Yeah.
you know, you can see that it's looking downstream at all of the what's happening below it. Did that explain it to you?
I think so. I think playing with it helps as well, though, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yes.
when you were in the gradient thing, you were choosing different colors, cyan, etc., or blue. Why were you choosing those colors?
Just to show you how the thing worked.
Okay, you
It
would
was only,
normally
it was only a demo to say that this is not only black and white.
okay.
It can do anything you want. So if you wanted to do, let's say we wanted to do a sepia. So if I make this into some sort of a brown color, let's say maybe somewhere out in here, right? And the other one we wanted to be white, okay? And we wanted, let's make this darker. So let's come down into here. And then we can add some density in there. You see, I've made a sepia tone with it.
Right. Right. Okay.
But
That looks
since we're
great.
talking black and white or monochrome, I mean, this is obviously monochrome the way we've done it, but you can do anything you want. Now, when I do a black and white and I'm going to print it, I keep it in color. I don't make a grayscale out of it because I will add to that image a 243 hue. That hue is a purple violet. You have to understand, I grew up in the wet darkroom and I selenium toned, as did Ansel Adams, all of my 16 by 20 and larger prints back in the day.
Mhm.
Okay, now selenium is a metal just like silver. Now you can imagine that silver oxidizes because anybody that's ever cleaned silverware knows what I'm talking about. And the old photographers didn't want that to happen with the silver grains. And so they replaced the silver with selenium. And if you take selenium too far, it turns red. But if you do it just right, it takes that green black that the paper has and it makes it into a purple black. But as you imagine, if there are a lot of grains in the black is going to take up the selenium more than the white, which has almost no grains. And so you don't want that purple going up into the white. So you would use something like the gradient map or the blend if and protect the whites and keep the purplish color sort of confined to the darker tones, maybe up to middle gray or slightly beyond, but no more. And what that does is it causes that black and white to pop. All of a sudden it looks blacker. It's just the way your body and your mind interpret it. The green black just kind of leaves you cold and the purple black is in your face. All right, I'm gonna stop. You guys want to see a diatom before I stop?
Yeah, there was some beautiful stuff on Discord this week. Oh my gosh.
Let's see here. Where are we? I have to keep moving these things around, you know. Let's see what I can do over here. I have finally gotten my 406 light where it works. I told Allan what I had to do, but here's the first one.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That looks like a piece of metal.
Yeah.
Oh,
It reminds me of those things they do over in, India, whatever.
The
This
mandala.
thing in
Looks
mandala.
like a ceiling thing on a hanging light.
If you go in close, you can see that the detail in these areas, this is at 200%, so it's not sharp at 200. Not until I get into invisible light, which is UV. Right now, this is the bottom of visible light, and you can see that the detail in these ridges, even between the ridges, is quite remarkable when you get rid of all the other light except for the violet light.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I have to show you is this one.
That looks like lace work.
And again, you can see that there's almost a grid. Can you see this pattern over in here?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is a one-celled organism. It's basically algae, right? A diatom is not an animal. And, it has all of these neat little configurations around, and you can see these little plaques and stuff in the thing. But the detail I'm able to achieve with that 4.0 light using a bandpass filter, I'm excited about it because I can take pictures of the things now and pull out detail I can't even see through the microscope at 100x objective.
So, Bud, would this also work, say, for like using, like leaf material or other, relatively flat sort of foliage?
Yes,
Because
using
of the,
reflected light,
mm-hmm.
you have to have a light that has, wavelengths that reach 405. Most white LEDs do have a spike there. Okay.
Mhm.
And then that reflected light, you have to use a bandpass filter. So you have to buy a filter that only lets 405 light through. And usually it has a width of 10 to either side or 20 to either side. With a leaf, it probably won't matter. But there's something called the Raleigh limit. And it basically is dependent on the NA of an objective, the wavelength of light, and the shorter the wavelength, the higher the resolution and the lower the Raleigh limit gets. So 365 UV light, I can increase my resolution by almost 15 to 20%.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
But you see it when you do stuff like this, so you can say, well, this is without, this is with it.
Well, you know how far you can go.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of stumbling blocks. I mean, but I know the tricks now. And one of them is I was using too much oil on the objective, and it creates a suction, and you get something called a skip and slide, where all of a sudden you get 4 or 5 of your stack doesn't change at all, and all of a sudden it jumps 5 or 6. Okay. There are 3 things that can cause that. The thickness of the oil. I've gotten around that I put a drop of oil on a slide, the smallest drop I can get, and I swing the objective to the side once I have it all set up and I know I'm ready to take the picture. And I just touch that slide to the end of the objective. That's the least amount of oil I can get on that objective. I swing the objective back, focus, and let the stack run. The second is my motor has to have no give. So I have to have the most rigid stand for the stepper motor, and I have a direct shaft to the focus knob. Okay. And the focus knob, I was using foam tape. Well, the foam has too much give.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to a friction tape. It's the same stuff you put on the handle of a hammer if you want to put a rubber handle on it. And the friction tape is hard feeling rubber, but it has an adhesive back and it goes on beautifully. And I told Allan he needed to try it because I've been very happy with it. And when I go through the stacks now, there's no skip and slide.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You
I've addressed
considered
all 3.
using a rigid connection, Bud?
Yeah, I'm using a rigid shaft,
No, I mean a rigid connection between the fine focus shaft and the motor shaft.
I
No,
just have it going straight. Yeah, it's
no friction. Taking the knob off and going shaft to shaft. That
I'm
would be the
still
next
using
thing.
I'm using the knob with the rubber tape, and I
Right.
have a shaft going to the shaft of the motor, but it has to be set screwed on. I don't have a long shaft that I could replace on the motor.
Well, if this doesn't work, if you get any sticking with this, I'll send you a connection and you can rigidly connect them.
Awesome.
That would be the next thing you have to do.
Well, when I get down to UV, I might be talking to you.
Yeah, maybe.
But right now, I'm having fun taking pictures of diatoms, and this is a 35 million year old diatom from Oamaru, New Zealand.
What's the species of this one, bud?
This to me is an unknown. The other one I do have a name on. It was Perrott something or another. I got to move you guys out of the way again. Let me come back up and I'll tell you. The other one in the P's, here it is. Paralea sulcata.
Oh, lovely.
Paralia.
Paralia sulcata.
Sulcata. And that was this one that has the star-shaped thing on it. I was able to identify this one, but I haven't gotten the other one. I looked at lots of pictures, but don't know.
Amazing.
The Nagel, Charles Nagel, Charles, put together a huge thing on New Zealand diatoms. They've been looked at since the mid 1800s.
I'm still really excited about seeing some of these in stereo.
Okay, I'll work on it. But anyway, that's most of what I have to give you in black and white. There's just a couple of things to help you get on your way. Let me see if I can unshare here. There you are. Any questions about monochrome? You know, one of the things you can do, and I was thinking about this in regards to the stuff that Klaus and Graham do, is that you can use the black. Let's suppose you make a layer out of black and you blur the blacks. Okay. And then you use blend if to save the midtones and the lights. And so you can soften those blacks into this rich velvety black. It's just absolutely beautiful. You duplicate the layer, you do the same thing with the highlights. Maybe you go to screen, you blur it, you make it to the amount you want. And remember, you have that extra layer at the bottom and you come back up and you paint in the detail where you want it. And you also use the blend if to protect the midtones and the blacks when you're in the white layer. So you can soften both as a blur with some sharpness in the middle, which could be your bug or whatever, and it makes an absolutely liquid looking black and white. If you want to really see how this works, there's a guy named Welninsky, Welninsky. He does a lot of this, and I did a course from him years ago. Welninsky, Welninsky.
You want to look at Diane's picture, bud, and see if that technique would work with that?
Is it in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Can I download it somehow?
I can probably send you a copy.
I can
It's
say
just
copy
that's
or-
that's just a screenshot.
If you could send me the file, it would be easier to show you how it works. I don't know how it would work with that smaller picture.
It's also so compressed, it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, Michael, I missed the dark room too.
Mhm.
Something about the smell of the darkroom chemicals.
Yeah, acetic acid, man. Hell, as a radiologist, I even modified one of those things that you do run the x-rays through these old machines.
Matt,
I was changing development times on them so I could sort of do plus and minus development like Adams did, so I could see other things on x-rays. It was kind of
Exomat,
Exomat, yep.
I just wanted to comment on the file transfer. WhatsApp sent a message to me today saying you can now transfer at 2 gigabytes or something in WhatsApp. It was a huge amount size. Didn't actually read the detail because I wasn't planning to do it. But for us in meetings, if somebody wants to look into it, it may be a quick way for us to transfer files without having to.
Where is that?
I don't know, the WhatsApp app, that we use for casual communication.
Well, the
appears to have some.
WeTransfer has let you do that for a long time.
Well, I think they're trying to kill WeTransfer and
Oh.
offer facilities for large file transfers in WhatsApp, which could
Okay.
be handy for us in meetings.
Okay.
It is 2 gigs, yes.
We just
Yeah.
have to set up a group for AfterStack, which we can all be members of. And then if somebody has a file, it can just go into the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, we can do that.
Is it Julie that's sending it?
It's Diane sending it. I'm trying to.
I'm sorry.
What am I looking like?
Is it sent?
Not yet.
Okay. I can,
How should I send it?
when I send it, WeTransfer is the quickest way, probably, if it's a big file.
Well, I can,
It's a free download, a free whatever, or
You can email it.
you can email it. Yeah, it'll work.
stick your thing in the thing and I'll send an email.
Is it my address, you mean?
Yeah.
Is this going to be published, Alan?
It can
Yes.
be.
Huh?
Yes, it will.
I don't want to let the world see it,
Good point. Do you have Diane's email address?
It's my name at gmail.com. I think I should have yours in my file.
Send a blank email to Diane would be the
Okay.
best way, and she can respond.
I'm looking for my contacts.
Does a private chat get shared?
Okay.
No, it doesn't. But I shared the link. No, this is a video, so no, it does not.
So I can put it in there, Alan?
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot that this was a recording for video. Yeah, I don't put the chat in this.
But even so, the chat that would be published would be, if you were publishing, would be the everyone chat, not the private chat.
Correct.
Did I do it in the private chat or the everyone?
Yeah, private chat, definitely.
Well, you already put it up there.
I can take it down, right?
Well,
Yes.
just let me get it and come on, Zoom.
Where's the private chat?
You just send the message only to Diane,
I got you. All right.
and it won't share it with the rest of us.
Participants chat. How did I get Diane only?
Make a new chat. Because
Yeah, if you go into the message everyone, you could change the
There's a new chat button
yeah.
next to everyone up at the top.
or I can go on
Message everyone.
or just the second, the one single crossover.
Yeah, you click on the Allan walls and then just click on Diane's link, Silver Spring, and then you'll private chat with her or a new chat. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not very good at this chat thing, so hang on, guys.
Do we just chat in the background while you're chatting?
Sure.
I think
Absolutely.
Take 2 seconds.
I
I've
think
got it
Silver
loaded.
Spring, Diane. Okay, I got you.
Okay.
I'm sending it to you, Diane.
Alrighty.
Type message here. Sorry, guys. Should be coming at you.
Yep. Got it. It's gone. You should have it. Did you like it, Julie, when I sent it last night?
Yeah, it was cool.
You and I are both having bad hair days. Oy.
Better than a no hair day, and I have all of mine of that.
Sometimes I think about
Care of
that.
any of them.
Well, I asked it to open it in Photoshop. I don't see it yet.
Has anybody got any photography plans for this weekend?
I came across something where instead of using water or acetone for dissolving, you dissolve the some of the stuff in vinegar instead of water.
Using what?
Dissolve the crystal material in vinegar.
Yep.
And so I was playing with that last night. And whoever turned us on to the hot plate, mine's behind me, and it works really well.
Yeah, it is infinite the number of things that you can come up with to mix together. But like I said at the beginning, check out the shared folder in Google Drive for Crystal Art. The database is there now, and it is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It is more information than I expected us to accumulate in a number of years. So take a look at that, definitely.
That database has been zipped. The file has been zipped. There's problems when just downloading it straight. So,
okay. We when we meet this Friday, by the way, for Crystal Art, we're going to get a presentation from Mike and Jeff, who are going to explain the database and how to use it and how it was put together. And it's going to be an interesting discussion, I think. And if we have time, I'll be talking about retarder plates.
Ooh.
also, if you're looking for that heater,
Yeah, I got it.
well, I've got one too, but when I bought it, it said there were only a few left. So if you want to get it,
Yeah, they do that to push into buying it. So sometimes it's
They
just,
were actually sold out when I went to buy it.
yeah.
What's it called?
It's the hot plate, the white hot plate that who had it? Mike had it?
Yeah. It's like $30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But when I use my infrared thermometer on it, the temperature varies widely across the surface of the plate. So,
Julie, did you make sure that you dulled the silver surface?
no, I did.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
So
It makes a massive difference because you get reflections off the shiny plate.
okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
infrared thermometers aren't really that accurate. So
No, but they go up better than the baby thermometer.
Yeah.
When you're trying to see if it's 350 degrees or not.
Diane Batcher. Can't even spell my name right.
I don't know why it's not opening. I've got it on my desktop as a.
Oh, okay. You already have it. All right. Good.
Yeah, I've got it. I just
So
Photoshop.
open it in preview, bud, and then or double
did.
right click on it and say show in Finder, and then from Finder just open it in Photoshop.
They've really changed a whole bunch of stuff on Photoshop that I'm not happy with.
What it is Bud's looking at an enlarged thumbnail of it. The actual file is over in Finder.
Oh, okay.
Well, I went to preview and saved it as a JPEG to the desktop. Went to the JPEG and asked it to open in Photoshop, and it's not working. Tell me why that's not working.
Go find it in Finder and click on the file name and Finder. Right click on it and say edit in and open it in Photoshop from there.
Okay. Finder.
Yeah, go to wherever you saved it. It'll be in your downloads folder as well.
Yeah, well, that's where I got it out of the downloads folder. That's why
Okay.
I'm unsure why it's not working.
Well, it's because you opened it in preview is why it's sending you down a different file path. If you if you're in Finder, go to downloads and then right click on the file name and edit in Photoshop.
Well, I will try it again, but that was the first thing I did.
Well, another thing you can do is open Lightroom and hit import and go to the downloads folder and import it into Lightroom.
All right, I can do it
Click
that
from
way.
there.
All right, we'll import it. That I know how to do. We're going to the hard drive, users, desktop. And it's not even seeing it listed. Oh, everything's in folders. Hang on, I got to put it in a folder.
You can also select how the files are displayed. If you go by date added, it'll just put it at the top of the list.
All right, we'll give it a shot one more time here.
Okay.
Let's see. Here we go. I don't know what this file is, but it won't let me import it.
It's a TIFF file.
It says .jpeg, but it's a TIFF file.
Okay, I'll send
It won't open it. It's a
all right,
corrupted file.
all right.
But you could just change the suffix to TIFF and it might open it.
Yeah, good point.
I'd have to do that over here on the desktop, wherever it was, inside of here.
Alan, I see that heating plate is being in stock.
It's on
It was-
Amazon?
It
Yeah.
was
On
2 days
Amazon.
ago that it was maybe the rules are different in this part of Illinois. I don't know. I'll try it again.
It's
Yeah,
50% off. I put the ad in the chat.
Okay, thanks.
yeah, just so it
It
draws
says-
350 watts, just.
Yeah, it says TIFF when it comes through in the downloads. That's weird.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
I can't get it to work.
all right, yeah,
I download stuff all the time, so I'm not sure what's going on.
yeah, I don't know what's up with the computer then.
You have something else we want to look at, or I can pull up
Tell
something.
you what, Diane, why don't you screen share and open the image in Photoshop
sure.
and
I'll guide you through it. Yeah.
but
Sure.
Bob will guide you through it, and that way
Good idea.
you get to see it.
All right.
There's actually a way that you can let Bud control your computer too. I don't recommend.
Whatever he wants.
No, I can guide you
Alright.
through, I think.
There you go. Can you see it?
I can. You're in Photoshop,
Yep.
and where are your layers?
Hold on. Says I'm in Photoshop.
Yeah, you are just.
Yeah, there. And there's the layers.
All right, let's
There's-
duplicate.
Hold on. I have to get the other one. Oh, I might have flattened this one. That's why.
Yeah.
Go
I
back in your history and unflatten it.
You can just go to the top and click on the top thing. Well, no, it won't. That won't work.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cool.
Nice picture.
Hmm?
It's nice.
That's pig.
Yeah.
That's-
Now,
I
I don't know
why
whether
it was
this-
called Bud Pig.
It's a big bug.
Pig, that's a cat.
I don't know whether the technique will work on something that's posterized, but we can try, okay?
Well, we can go back. The posterizing happened in groups way down here.
And if you can
I can,
do a stamp, go to that stamp copy and make a duplicate.
you want it before it got posterized?
I do.
Okay.
Once you right click in the gray,
Yep, and can just
say
duplicate layer.
duplicate layer and then make new.
Yeah, just,
No,
yeah,
if you do the drop
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the document and say new.
no, no,
No,
Oh,
no,
that's right.
you're not listening.
yeah, you do duplicate layer and then new document on the drop down. Yeah, that, and then where it says Bud Pig,
Right here.
It's
Yeah.
a document.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drop that down. Say new. And now you'll get a new document at the top.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so duplicate this first layer. And I generally make smart objects out of it. So
There you go.
what you want to do is to do a blur. So do a filter,
Gaussian blur.
a Gaussian blur. First off, change it. But I'm sorry. Get it out of there just for a second. Change the blend mode. Let's start with screen. Okay.
Okay.
And now go to the blur.
How much do you want?
Oh, try it. Let's get up about 10 maybe. Let's see what 10 looks like. That's good enough. Let's see if you can move it over. We can see what the cat's looking like behind it. Yeah. Okay, so turn your preview on and off and let's just see. Now on the window over here to the right. Okay. So the whole thing's blurred, including the black. Your layers disappeared.
I'm gonna get it back in a sec. I have to get rid of you guys. Sorry.
No problem. Okay, so what you want to do is we want to protect the black. So right click and we're going to open up a blend if. No, close that.
Hold on.
Double click. There we go.
And we want to protect the blacks, right?
Yeah. So let's just go out and the blacks ought to come back. There we go. Keep going. Now split the black one with an option. Yeah.
I did.
And then give it some feather. Go ahead. Just run that one out toward the right. You can go a long ways with the right part. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
So you can see that we brought the black back, yet we have all the white glowing. Okay. Now you can control how much, well, you've got lightness as a blend mode. That's not what we want. We want screen.
Okay.
You can change it right here.
Screen up here.
Yeah, I don't know. Blend of lightness. I don't know what this is down here.
It's all, it says screen on both.
no,
Okay.
on there, there.
Oh, you got it.
I got it in.
You're in LAB. Yeah,
I'll change it back.
no problem.
Oh, now it's all wacko color.
I don't know where the yellow came from, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have your blue channel turned off.
Hang
On that screen there.
Go back to your blend if, and just double click on that. Blend if.
I'm trying.
All right, then in the middle there. All right, now your blue's back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can move it over, can you move it a little bit more to the right, that window?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Ding.
Uh-oh, too much. There you go, perfect. And then split that one. There you go. So you can see that.
Wow, it got all of this detail came back over here that wasn't there.
Say again?
All of the detail in this part, you
Mhm.
couldn't see it earlier.
Okay, so if you can bring that window back so we can see the right edge a little bit more. The layer style window. Yeah, bring it more. Right there's good. So take the right side of that black one and keep pushing it.
Keep pushing it.
Yeah, let's just see what you got. Go back and forth and see how much detail you want to lose. You see, and just stop there and then take the other side,
Now move the white.
the left side of the black one. No, you're not going to move the white at all.
Okay.
We're all protecting black and middle gray. So find out where you want it to stop. See, that's too far. We want the glow. Keep going back. Yeah, somewhere in there looks good to me.
Okay.
Okay, so we've protected the black. All right, so you can close this window. So what we've done is we've made the white glow. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
go up to the opacity and change that opacity to really fine tune what you want. But you're trying to get a glowy look without losing all the detail. I think we're probably close up there at 100. Because we're going to come back in the middle. Yeah, leave it right there so it's nice and soft. Okay.
That's like 40%. Okay.
I think now if you grab the icon on stamp copy 2,
Mm-hmm.
now grab and drag it down to the new layer icon at the bottom. I don't think it'll work that way.
Okay.
Yeah, grab the icon stamp copy 2. Yeah, right there. Drag it into the
Hold on,
new.
I can't see it because I got this is going.
Oh, okay.
I got to get rid of.
Drag that into the box down next to the trash can.
All right. I've got all these things up. Okay.
I understand.
You want me to take this and bring it to the trash can?
No, the one next to the trash can.
Yeah, the
New layer.
later.
But you have to, yes. There you go. Now then change the screen to multiply. Okay, now we want to blur this layer.
Okay. Oh, Gaussian blur.
And blur it to wherever you think is appropriate. Keep going to the right. Let's make it dramatic. Uh-oh. Can you put some black in that window instead of the white? Yeah, now take it back to maybe 10 or so. What you want is you want to see form, but you don't want to see detail. So I'd go more to the left a little bit. Right. A little bit more. Right in there looks good to me.
Okay.
All right. And then you want to do the same
Stackers
thing
who
with the
died
blend
in
diff slider.
2025 and no one noticed. Number 6, Loretta Swit, 2-time Emmy winner from MASH Star, passed away May in New York. Her character, Hot Lips Houlihan, once
We got
pulled
somebody with a hot
100% name
mic.
recognition.
Yeah.
25, barely
Hang on.
35%
Hot
noticed she
mic
was
with hot,
gone. Number 5,
hot lips Houlihan.
comedian who made millions laugh on Laugh-In. 6 actors who died in
Can you turn them off,
2025 and
Allan?
no one noticed. Number
It's
6,
me.
Loretta Swit,
I
two-time
Oh.
Emmy
think.
winner from
I think there's
MASH
another
Star, passed
window
away May
open.
in New York. Her character, Hot Lips
No, it's
Houlihan, once
Michael's
pulled
mic is
100%
coming
name
through.
recognition. In 2025, barely 35% noticed she was gone. Number
But you
5,
try and get rid of these
Buster,
windows and they
comedian who
won't.
made millions laugh on Laugh-In. 6 actors who died in 2025 and
Yeah. Does anybody know whose mic that is?
Michael, I think. It's gone now.
Layer style again.
Okay, it's gone.
I can't see anything.
Hang on a second. I gotta
Okay.
find it. It dumps it to the side and I don't. Where is it? Now I gotta, here we go. I gotta get rid of this. I think a slight problem with doing. Come on, just move this over. There we go. All right. Can't get rid of these bars. All right. Let's see what we can do. So we wanted to take this, we're gonna do blend diff again.
Yeah, but you need to fix something first.
Okay, cancel.
Do you see how you've got too many blurs down here? Turn off the bottom two. Yeah.
Okay.
Now then, yeah, do your blend diff thing.
Now, why would it be from the same place I had it before? Because it was a copy?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So just push them both all the way back to the right because you want your blacks to be involved and we're going to protect the white side. And then you can split the whites. I can't see your split, but you can see what's happening. So yeah, so split the whites and give it a little bit of a that's good. So
it's on multiply, it's still with the,
right. So the last thing you do is you make a copy of your base thing. So make a copy of that one and put it on top. No.
same way as before, right?
No. Just stop for a moment. Go down to the bottom layer, click on the bottom layer, Command J.
Mm-hmm.
Drag that all the way to the top. Okay. Now we're going to put a black mask on there. You can do that by holding down the Option key, I believe, and clicking the mask icon at the bottom. The one with the white rectangle and the hole in the middle.
Yeah, I know. It's just that I couldn't see it.
Oh, sorry. All right, so
Okay.
now what you do is you paint white at 100% over the eyeballs, and you can bring back, you see sharpness. Now
Okay.
you need a paintbrush. And you just bring back the sharpness by painting it in, you see. And so now you've got a glowing cat with sharp eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Anyway, that's the technique. So you make the lights glow with screen, you make the darks glow using multiply, and then you use a copy of the original base to bring in whatever you want as sharpness. And when you do a black and white, you can generate really dynamic looking pictures. So you can have, the black rocks around a waterfall just glowing and the waterfall itself glows. You get some of the waterfall has sharpness in it.
Mm-hmm.
But how would you treat this photograph if you were going to do a black and white conversion? I mean, it's
why
already
don't
a
you
black
make
and
one-
white cat, but I'd be interested to see how you'd do that to preserve all that detail.
Okay, so at the top, let's make a stamp so we can,
Okay.
so we can start anew, if you would. Okay, so we have a stamp.
Mhm.
So put put the gradient map on top of it, gradient map layer. And then go over here to the gradient up in the left corner. Yeah, click on the middle of the gradient. Okay, now choose basics at the top. And choose the right one. And then close it. So now we have a black and white.
Ah,
Okay.
And it's a black and white cat.
Yeah, but it's too black for me.
Right.
So what
Yeah,
we
I
want to
agree.
do is to double click there. Yeah. Well, the black, all you're doing is moving the black. That's not what you want. Click in. Remember, I told you it'll turn into an eyedropper if you go up into the grayscale. Nope, nope, nope. Right, yeah,
Right.
right there. So pick a gray that's not black, maybe down, keep going, keep going, keep going, somewhere in there. Click it.
I've been clicking it.
Okay, I can't see behind there is what's happening. Can you move the gradient? Yeah. So go up to the eyedropper again, go even lighter, a little bit lighter. Let's see where that is. Go ahead. Did you click it?
Yeah, I've been clicking it.
Okay.
hit enter, you've got something open.
Yeah, it's not responding.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
it's not showing your opacities as on. Try clicking on either the white or the black square on the.
Click right there. Yeah, click that
Yeah.
one. Now do the dropper.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There
Okay.
we go.
And then keep changing it until you get something you like. You have to get back to black though. So double click in there inside the box. Yeah, and just choose a dark gray. Okay. You might want to have gone darker. Come way down close to the right, to the left corner. That's not bad right there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying, Alan?
Yeah, yeah. I see exactly what you're saying.
Now then put your arrow right on that little the diamond in the middle. Okay, and then slowly let go of it to see what you get. Keep changing around until you get what you want.
For the blacks.
Or for just the entire picture, yeah, you're modifying the entire grayscale. So leave it right there for a second and bring the white in, the white square on the right, bring it in a little bit. You have to let go to see your effect. Let go of it. Do you see how it glows, Alan?
Yeah, I do. I actually like that technique. That's does that give you more control or just a different parameter of control than using the blend if sliders in without the gradient map?
You can get to the same place both ways. It's just,
Oh, okay.
I got very comfortable because the gradient map is like a tone map.
Mm-hmm.
It's reassigning numbers. And
I really like the idea of that because I use gradients a lot and it's very intuitive. So
yeah, you just put the colors you want and then you blend it, or you can put a third color in the middle.
mm-hmm.
So
that would be if you wanted to use a sepia tone or a
Right, but I mean, you could do a rainbow if you wanted. You could have
Mhm.
6 of those blocks with a little diamonds in between each set.
Yeah, that's often how I make backgrounds. When I'm replacing a background, I'll pick colors out of the object and then play around with the gradient behind it.
Very interesting tool.
So anyway, most people don't know about the gradient map. So the hand lets you put another box up. The eyedropper lets you put whatever you want into a box. And then if you can't get dark enough, you just have to go to that color box at the bottom and go grab you another one. So get you a
Ooh.
But while she's doing that, briefly changing the subject, one of my favorite things to do when I'm just playing around in Photoshop is to make composites. I've been
Yes.
doing it for years, and I think Harmonize is the most exciting new tool that Photoshop has. Have you used it yet?
I haven't. I don't do much compositing, but I understand entirely that it takes somebody that's you put in a picture and everything's warm and he's blue and all of a sudden he's warm and fits perfectly.
It's unbelievable how I've been using it with cityscapes and urban kind of landscapes, and it is unbelievable how well it matches a completely unmatchable component into a new photograph.
And it seems to put shadows and other things in, which is really
absolutely
interesting.
And it gives you a selection of 3 to pick from, or you can choose another 3, so you can always fine tune it. It's just really remarkable. If you ever do play around with compositing, it's fantastic for moving an insect appendage. If you wanted to move one from a shadowy side to a bright side, you can do that now.
Great. I'll give that a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that turned out looking good down in there at the end.
Lovely, Diane. Yeah. Good shot.
Well, anyway, it's just a new technique for black and white because you can, if you've got a predominantly dark scene, you can really have some emotion with that blur filter.
And Bud,
That is like fabulous. It's
Bud,
almost like
just
an Orton effect, but not.
Sir.
I
Graham.
was just going to ask whether you'd tried the new grayscale plugin from TK.
No, I know it's there and it's brand new, and I've had some medical issues with the wife, so my photography has been a little bit limited in the last week or so. But I'm going to get there because everything TK does is awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Graham. Have you been using it?
Only for about 6 seconds.
Oh, not a lot of experience then.
I can show you. Do you want me to show you briefly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to show him your camera.
I've got no, I won't.
Bill, don't look behind you now, but there is a very
claw.
large insect creeping up on you.
I love it, Bill.
Okay, and I still got Diane's picture up. Is that right?
No, there's
Got a dandelion.
Oh, I see a dandelion.
Oh, you've got that, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm somewhat slightly confused. Oh, I see why. Okay. So this is the TK panel. I've got no idea what you do, but I do notice that when you click on it, it brings up your.
Oh wow.
Your tint, so you can.
So Graham, you know what those are? Those are their channels, your RGB channels and the CMY channels. So you're looking to see which channel is giving you the best mask.
Indeed, and then you can play with them.
Oh, I like this.
That's over the top.
I like this.
Well, you can already do this in channels in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It's just
just
makes it quick.
Bit more clunky, yeah.
Yeah, the TK plugin is just another way of making a black and white.
So Graham, what's the refine adjust button there do?
Good question. It does that, but no idea what it did.
It must be those things over there. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see what it actually it's not altering anything. So, well, what fun! It's a quick. I suppose that's what it's done is very quickly giving you an opportunity to alter the tone of a particular.
Graham, can you slide the intensity slider on the grayscale panel there off into the picture? You see right above the R in RGB to the left.
Help me here.
Come
Left of
down,
what?
intensity. It looks like a slider. See it?
Yeah,
It's right above the. It's right
Oh,
above.
this
the
one.
panel.
So I'm so sorry.
Yeah. What's that do?
Holy moly.
Let go of
doing
it.
it?
and say,
It's not actually, oh, you got to let go. Okay. Okay, that's interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you can pick a particular.
It's acting like a levels slider.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And
So it's
I presume,
TK grayscale.
yeah.
So this is new into the suite?
yeah.
It's
It's a free download if you already have his other one.
Yeah, I have all those other
It,
ones.
it looks like that refine adjust uses the double arrows underneath it.
yeah.
Is that what happens?
Oh. This is obviously something to play with, isn't it?
I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to come out of that because I'm out of my depth here.
Yeah, go Monday for the next week while I play with this.
Yeah, I thought, Bud, you were actually going to demonstrate it when I saw you doing black and white.
I'm sorry.
First look at the
Shall we
Haven't
do
had
it
a
next
chance to get there.
AfterStack?
plug in.
Say it again.
Shall we
Jim?
do the black and white plugin next AfterStack?
Yeah, we can give it a shot. Everybody play with it, so everybody will have some input. How about that?
Has anybody been playing with any of the other new Photoshop tools we talked about a couple of weeks ago? There's so much cool stuff in there now.
Just some of them. I haven't had a lot of time.
Yeah, I was
I
doing.
did notice, and I guess it probably won't affect you. I had an education Creative Cloud, and I had to drop out of it because I'm no longer working at the in education. So I had to take the photographers
The package,
Photoshop.
the package, yeah,
Lightroom
and
and
they
Photoshop.
limit your credits now for
Yeah.
the generative AI to 25. Would you believe?
Hmm.
You only
Is
get
it-
25 credits. You
is it
you
still
lot have
$20
probably
or
got the
£20
100 or
a month?
500.
How much is it a month?
It's now 19.99 a month.
That is still the best deal in photography to get Lightroom and Photoshop. That's what I had for donkey's years. But yeah,
I was just, but I was just going to say I was a bit frustrated that they've limited to such a low figure the credits. I don't do it very often, fortunately.
Mhm.
But for anyone that does replace backgrounds or anything that uses those credits,
Yeah.
25 I think is pitifully low, really, when you're paying $250
Well,
pounds a year.
It's the way it's going with all these subscription services. They're I think AI is starting to
It's a check baggage fee
demand
of-
its pound of flesh.
It's the
for
check
giving
baggage
us-
fee of Photoshop.
Yep. Yeah.
It's pound of flesh in addition to its pound of air and water.
Yeah. Yeah. And electricity. It's
Yeah.
pound of electricity. Well,
Well, that's where the air and water goes.
Yeah, that's true. My goodness. Does anybody else have anything they want to ask Bud or ask one another or tell us about, show off? Any recommendations or suggestions for future AfterStacks?
Yeah, our weekend in Manistee made it to the local newspaper.
Your what did?
Not in Huntsville, though.
Yeah, up at the weekend when I drove through Peoria, I was heading up to the upper peninsula. Yeah, the local paper did a story on us. Yeah, astrophotographers in the wild, and published some of our pictures. So
that's nice. Well done.
Yeah.
Send us
a circulation of about 10.
Well, you can double that by sharing it with us.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, if
And-
anybody comes up, has a suggestion of a topic you'd like to have discussed or a concept
Alan?
where we can take episode 31, send it to me, please.
Yeah. Well, one
Yeah,
thing I
Alan?
find-
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I heard Nick.
Yes. I was just going to say anything with the coin photography that could be a useful topic in this.
Yes, but I'll tell you what, it would probably
Yeah.
be better after I do episodes, at least 2, but probably
Grab your
2 and
clothes and
3.
on the other one.
There's a
Okay.
lot of technical
Yeah, I'll
stuff
close
in there
the
that I think
window.
would give us
Okay.
food
Here we
for AfterStack.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
one
do
thing
that. I'm going to do them 2 weeks apart. So 2 will be next week and 3 will be 2 weeks after that. Don't
Yeah,
forget, Patreon folks, that we have a guest joining us on Saturday next. Lester Lefkowitz will be with us to entertain us, and he's agreed to stick around for as long as we want him, and he'll answer questions and have a discussion on anything you want. But he's coming to talk about Lightroom.
It would be nice if anybody tried some of these techniques, if you would show your efforts.
Put your work up. Okay.
It lets me know at least our efforts are worthwhile.
Yeah.
I have a quick question on tangent. When's the next tangent?
The next tangent is next week.
Okay.
No, hang on. That's Presume was
Presume.
we had a Presume last week, and that was in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this
So
is-
it'll be it's always after the second Presume of the month. So that will be next weekend at 12:30 tangent.
When's the next crystal?
Friday, this Friday, second Friday of every month. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a good one. This will be the first one that we record and post as a video. So both of the, in fact, all 3 of the events this weekend will be posted as videos.
Thank you.
Where's the crystal information that you have Jeff has compiled?
It's in the shared crystal art Google Drive. Does anybody have the address? Do you have it handy, Jeff?
I'll look it up.
Great. If you drop that in chat, just in case anybody would like to go look at it.
I would.
It's fantastic. It really is everything you ever wanted to know about crystals, not just for beginners either.
Alan,
Yes.
just a thought for AfterStack. It may or may not interest people, but maybe we could have a raw file or something supplied by somebody yourself, just a general photo, and everyone could have a go at editing it, and if they wish, they could show their edit and compare it and see how good Bud is.
I love it.
Okay, I will put 2 images. Excuse me. I'll put 3 images in a file, and it'll be Allan's edits. It'll be the name of the file. It'll have 3 images in it. You can download any one of the 3 or all 3 and edit them, and Bud will edit all 3 of them as well. And we can compare the
Yeah.
results. in the
Oh, that
next,
was a real setup.
Yep, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And
More work for Bud.
I'll pick 3 very challenging photographs to edit, and I will put the raws untouched in the folder. So they will be there later on today.
Where's the folder going to be?
It'll be in our Google Drive, and I'll put the. I'll tell you what. I'll make a brief post to go on Patreon with the Drive address and
Perfect.
Good.
the direct link to the pictures. I'll also put them on my website.
It asks for you have to request access. So I just did it and it said request access.
Okay, well, I'll open
Okay.
it. I'll grant access to anybody who wants to get in, but I'll also put the pictures on my website so that you can download them from there. They'll be in a separate post.
Was
So,
this to do a
Alan, you-
black and white edit? Is that the
Nope.
plan?
It's anything you want. I'll put the
Okay.
pictures in there raw. You can do with them what you want to make them look better. Good luck.
So Alan, you're going to do it too, right?
No. Yes, I'll do it too.
Yeah, fight Bud versus Allan.
I've got a
No.
question on the crystals. Is there a list somewhere of what the basic things you need are in order to start doing it? What type of lens, what type of camera, what type of chemicals?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean,
That actually should
Yeah.
be added to our spreadsheet. That's a good idea.
good. It's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
it
put-
really is. I've
And
covered
can
that.
you do it if you only did chemistry 101? You know, how
Yes,
much
you can
knowledge
do it
do you
if you
need?
did chemistry 000.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of household compounds, but I have a spreadsheet I'll put on the channel. It's broken out by the items like alum and citric acid, and then the solubility in water and acetone and such, and as well as the melting point.
Julie, everything that you published has already been incorporated in what we
Okay.
published.
All right, so
Yeah,
but it's
Diane, I mean, sorry, Gillian, the best thing to do is go look at this spreadsheet and it will give you pretty much all the information you need, and any macro lens will be fine. Any
Is that
macro
the
lens,
link
any
Zena
camera
has
lens.
just put in the chat?
Yep. No, that's the Google Drive. Yes, that is.
That's
Yeah.
the Google Drive. There are multiple folders in there. You'll want to, the only thing that has any content right now is the reference folder. And for the files that you want to pull down, those are actually zipped files. There's one file there that, let's see, I forgot what it's named. It's under reference materials. I'm looking at now. It's called Crystal Art Toolkit.zip. You need to download that zip file, and there are two separate Excel files in there that one is just a general listing of chemicals and stuff and characteristics, and the other one is like home tools that you can use to record your own data.
yeah, and Julian, the one thing you do have to have is the cross polarizing ability, a linear polarizer above and below your crystal to get the effect.
I don't even know what you're talking about when you say that. So
Gillian, I've got several posts I've done, several articles I've written on my website, as well as videos. So
Okay.
I'll try to find the links for those and send you
yeah, the
one.
beginner's guide.
Well,
Yep, I've done that several times.
the links
Great.
to your videos, Alan,
Yep,
are already up on the Google Drive.
there you go.
And there are many links to other polarizer experts as well, like that Dr. Bernaden up in Canada. Correct, Zeno?
Correct. I mean,
Harold, I did not see you there. Thank you very much for steering this ship. I'm very impressed with the job you've done.
I have to, it was Jeff and Mike. I just listened. They're very talented individuals and we're all benefiting from it.
well said.
Thank you, you guys.
All right, guys. So you know the thing. You'll see the pictures will be in Google. They'll also be on my website, Discord. You can pick them up there, and I will get this all sorted out so you'll know that that's what AfterStack is about next time. And hope to see you on Friday or Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
everybody. Have a
Thanks,
great
bud.
weekend.
Much fun, Allan. Everybody.
Good job.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye-bye.